Jones. Joe, we missed the Army recruit by 15,000. Only 9% of Gen Zers are considering the military. Does that tape bother you?
9%, which is down 13% from before the pandemic. So what's the role that something like a pandemic has played in this? Listen, this is a problem we've had coming for a long time, since before the Trump administration. We have Amber Smith on the show or on the network a lot. She flew helicopters in the Army. She's been screaming about this for at least 5 or 6 years, because I had her on my podcast 5 or 6 years ago talking about it. Well, all that being said, this is a generational problem, not a military problem. My son knows how to shoot guns. He plays sports, but he walks around like this. He communicates with the people sitting beside him in his phone. If I ask him to go in the dry cleaner to pick something up, it scares him to death. That type of personal human interaction is not what this entire generation has grown up with. They haven't been embarrassed or shamed or bullied a little bit, or things that you have to learn to have grit and get over. So when you join the military, you don't have that in you. It's not innate in you like it was in just about every generation before.
And plus, it's supposed to jar you, right? You're supposed to get this discipline and be part of a unit, and you're going to be putting your life on the line. So you're not supposed to love it. If I put a camera, you weren't allowed to talk to me, but if I put a camera in your face when you're in the middle of Paris Island training, you probably wouldn't be saying, "This is the time of my life."
No, I'd be saying some of the things that those young men in the tease you guys had coming out of the last segment said, "I hate my life," or, life sucks. But those are ironic statements. You're supposed to say, embrace the suck. The food sucks. We don't get paid enough. But the mission is important, and I'm somebody who can do it. That self-confidence, that bravado, that innate human nature to set a bar so high that I don't know if I can reach it, and the adventure is learning to reach it. Those aren't things that are satisfied by DEI, by lowering physical fitness standards. One quote in this article, this Army soldier says, be mentally prepared to be told you're not a good soldier if you can't run 2 miles in 18 minutes. Brian, I can probably run 2 miles in 18 minutes with fake legs. If you can't run 2 miles in 18 minutes, it's not that you're a bad soldier. You're now a liability. You're someone who needs saved rather than someone who can do the saving.
All right. Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Of course, Yahweh being the true name of the Heavenly Father, who is the God of the Hebrew Israelites. Yahweh Shah is the true name of his only begotten Son. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. You hear it, man, again and again. You hear the military, U.S. military, isn't meeting their recruiting numbers, and those numbers are probably a lot worse than what they're actually putting out to the public, man. And what's it have to do with anything? Well, the prophets of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah are saying, hey, man, this man, Esau Edom, and his kingdom is going down. All right. And this is proof, man. The fact that this man can't fulfill his numbers. And the thing about these coming generation of able-bodied men that don't want to participate in the military, you can't really blame them, man. This is Ecclesiastes, and it's because of this right here, and it's because of the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, which should aid to the Lord's hopeful elect receiving what the prophets are saying concerning exposing this man in his kingdom. All right, the fact that prophecy is speaking, and what these men are saying is looking like it's actually true, man, in relation to the next coming war, in relation to this man losing, all right, this big war that's finna go down upon this earth, where all the nations will be involved, all right, and it's just gonna be a complete chaos here. But this sums it up, and it's actually my favorite verses in the Bible, because it pretty much sums up everything that we go through, man. Ecclesiastes 3, start at verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the sun, a time to be born, a time to die, time to plant, pluck up that which is planted, time to kill, time to heal, time to break down, and a time to build up. Let's focus on that right there. All right, a time to kill, time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up. So we're now, as the Lord's hopeful elect, the Lord is building, all right, the nation of Israel back up, starting, all right, with Malach Yahweh Shah and his work, and the Lord finishing his work and making his body a living sacrifice so that we can continue in that work. All right. And the Lord, through certain men and people that follow these men, is building his nation back up at the same time, this man's kingdom is being broken down little by little. And what you hear on this news constantly, the fact that he can't meet his numbers, all right, that is a sign that this man's kingdom is breaking down. Okay. The children or the young men, they don't want to fight no more, and you can't blame them, because this is a different time that we're living in, man. They're born into a world, where the internet and cell phones and, smartphone and smart devices and Wi-Fi, was readily available. A lot of us weren't. I was born in the 80s, and it definitely wasn't cracking like that. So you can't blame them. You got to understand, this has to be the will of Yahweh Bahashem and Hawashah, and the prophets that are saying these things have to be true, man. All right, this has to be the truth, because this man's kingdom is crumbling, man, and it's so much so that his own people don't want to fight for him. And man, it's because of the wickedness of this man. Look at how the veterans are treated. Wow, look at all the homeless veterans, and they saying a lot of the reason why those millennials or whatever, Gen Z, whatever the hell they call it, man, or whatever, is because of veterans talking to their children, saying, hey, it's not a good idea. They didn't have a so good experience, man. And I mean, a lot of that is true, man. They don't know how to. Esau don't know how to take care of his own people, man. In the military, it's a whole bunch of janky stuff that go on in the military, just like it's a whole bunch of janky stuff that goes on the civilian side, especially in the medical sector. And it just shows you the wickedness. All these issues and problems, man, they could be avoided if this man wasn't so wicked, and it's being exposed. This is what we're saying. This man, let me bring that out, and it's pretty much sum it up as well. This man's being exposed. This got to be true. This got to be this wicked man, Esau, Edom, in his kingdom, man. 2 Thessalonians 2, let's start at verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Now, who's that man of sin? We're talking about Esau, Edom. And here we're at the headquarters of his wickedness, Babylon the Great, which is the land of confusion. Look at this place. Look at what's going on. So much confusion, man. Do we need to get into it? Do we need to get into specific details? The alphabet community. Look at our people. We're totally destroyed, other than the Lord's hopeful elect. Our people are still lost, and the prophets are out there in front of their faces on a daily basis, man. All right. And it goes on, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called Yahweh. So, I mean, this man is so wicked that he calls himself the children of Yahweh, in relation to those fake Jews over there, man, or that is worship, so that he is God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. And that's how this man thinks. He thinks, to exalt himself above, Yahweh Bahashem and Hawashah. And that's why he wants to come with this mark of the beast, man, so he can play Yahweh Bahashem and Hawashah, and have control over the entire world, man. But his whole desire is rooted in wickedness, man. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. All right. And now you know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in this time. That's why we're saying, hey, man, this got to be the time, because prophecy is speaking. The Lord has opened the eyes and ears of his hopeful elect, and he has revealed these things. We didn't know these things growing up in those plantation Christianity churches, man. All right. So certain men, the Lord revealed these things through, and through the process of time, and here we are. We're saying, man, this man got to be the wicked man, and this got to be the end of his kingdom. All right. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And that's getting ready to happen. And here's the point. And then shall that wicked be revealed, man. All right. So definitely now, starting with the Lord's hopeful elect, he's revealed. The Lord has shown us who the wicked one is. He's shown us who we are. But guess what? The whole world is going to know these things. The whole world is going to know who the children of the Lord are, who the Lord's chosen ones are. And the world is going to know who the Lord created to be wicked. The Lord actually created a nation to be wicked, and it's Esau, Edom. All right. And he's being exposed, man. All right. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, man. And a part of this man coming down and the Lord destroying him, he's starting just speaking, right? Speaking through Malachi Hawashai, first and foremost, all praises to the King, all right? And the prophets and the seers that came in that lot, all right? But eventually, guess what, man? This thing is going to manifest into the physical. Right now, this is spiritual, but again, the spiritual gonna meet up with the physical, and all these things are gonna be revealed. And this man is going into captivity for 1,000 years, man, for his transgressions, man, against the children of the Lord, man, and against his own people and the other nations of the earth, which have polluted the entire nations. You know, that's why this place is called Babylon the Great, this big land of confusion. And these other nations, because they're weak as well, they have took on characteristics of this whore. All right. And now they, but hey, some nations don't do everything Babylon the Great do. Guess what? That's going to cause even more friction and chaos. The nation of Ham, they not really with the alphabet community getting married and stuff, man. So they're against that. There's other nations that don't like what's happening in Babylon, and there's other nations that's following suit. But guess what? It's all breeding confusion, and it's all sin. All right, it's all against Yahweh Bahashim Hawashai. So he's gonna do away with this, man. Thus saith Yahweh Bahashim Hawashai in relation to prophecy, man. All right, and it goes on in verse 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. And a part of look at this man's technology. That's why a lot of people are going to take that mark of the beast, man. He's going to lie, come with these signs and wonders. Oh, you can't walk. We'll put this chip in your brain, and guess what? You'll be able to walk. Look how powerful I am. I am likened to Yahweh Shem Hawashai. That's what this man thinks. So he's going to want you to take that chip, bow down and worship him. And we've, are exposing these things constantly. This man could bring out this chip a bunch of ways. The Lord has told us now he's gonna come in like a madman and forcing people without, I'll bring it out, but without it, you're not gonna be able to buy or sell. But he also, manipulate people. Look at what happened with the stimulus check. They ain't never really did that before. Again, I was born in the 80s. From the 80s until now, I haven't really seen that. All right. And my cousins agreed. So that's like a psyop, man. So that was like a test run. You think they won't like put money on the chip, all right? Make this place go into chaos, cut the lights off, man, and come with that solution, and we'll restart the earth. We'll put the power back on, and guess what? Y'all take this chip, we'll clear all your debt and put some money on your chip, and we'll reset the world under this new world order. That's what they want to do, man. And for anybody that don't want to, go along with it, it's going to be much persecution, man, starting with the men and women who fear the Lord, man. They're going to seek to take our lives and persecute us, man, for going against this system. But that is why we have to maintain our faith in the Lord and Yahweh Bahashim Hawashai. And Lord willing, Yahweh Bahashim Hawashai will be with us, fight for us, all right? Give us guidance, all right, revelation, sight, because it's going to get crazy. But through the Spirit, this is what we came for. This is what we was created for. We were put here on this time. Going back to Ecclesiastes chapter 3, it's a time and purpose, place for everything. We have a purpose, and the Lord is revealing that. If you're a man and you receive this, amen, whether you're a prophet or a helper of the prophet, same thing for the females. We all have a role to play, but it's very, very important, and it's about to get real serious and real physical, real fast, man. So hopefully the Lord will be with us, man, and we will be able to glorify the Lord, all right, through his miracles, all right, that he's gonna bless certain brothers, all right, to be able to perform, all right, different escapes, all right, from, turmoil and torture, that the Lord is going to deliver his hopeful elect, putting a brave spirit on the brothers and sisters that have to be martyrs, not to care about what the enemy's gonna do, and keeping their faith and integrity in the Lord. We'll be faced with all these things, man, but hopefully, that is why we hope, pray. We gotta pray, that the Lord will be with us, that the Lord will forgive us our transgressions, so he won't be mad at us. All right, I'm gonna put it just like that. We don't want the Lord to be upset with us. See, people take the Lord as a joke because they don't know him like that. that. But you see, if you can receive it and you understand how terrible the Lord can be. We also have faith and understanding how merciful the Lord can be. So we want to be a part of that group that receives the mercy, and we don't care nothing about looking weak and all of that, man, because eventually the Lord is going to strengthen us and we're going to be the best, under Malachi Hawashai, all right, and every brother in their, respective order. We're going to be the best thing, this earth has ever seen, man. The Lord's hopeful elect, the children of Israel, and eventually the entire nation, Israel will be glorified, and that's going to be, one hell of a day, but until then, we just got to maintain, keep our wits about us, man, and keep pushing. It gets hard, man. We all say that it gets hard. Some days are better than others, man. Some days you be on fire more than others, man, but we try to stay with the spirit of consistency, man, because that pleases Yahweh Shema Hawashai, obedience, and be consistent in that obedience. We should be praying, trying to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, praying for brothers, praying for sisters, praying that the elect be sealed. But let's pray that the Lord seals, his hopeful elect, and we can get on with the prophecies, man, and go home, because that is the goal. We want to go home, man. This is not our rest, and the Lord's hopeful elect, guess what? We understand that everybody else of our nation, they comfortable here, or they just completely lost, all right? And it's the will of the Lord, man, all right? But hey, man, that man's gonna come. He gonna come, man. He gonna come with the BS here pretty soon, man. He gonna have to do something, a draft. All right, you see all that's coming, man. All right, and guess what? The Lord gonna put a spirit upon these different leaders of these nations to start war. We learned how the Lord operates back in the beginning of the Bible, during during the Exodus. When he kept putting the spirit on Pharaoh to keep on rebelling. All right, he's gonna put the spirit on these nations to see, guess what? Oh man, this place is weak over here. Nobody wants to fight. And don't get it twisted at all by any means. Yeah, this is the headquarters, Babylon the Great. But don't think these other nations so strong that they ain't finna experience casualties as well. They puffed up and they think they finna rule as well. So don't think that it's gonna go. Hey, and don't think that they just finna put to sleep many of the Lord's children, whether they be righteous or wicked, and not ain't none of them or they nations finna perish either. Boy, stop. There's gonna be a lot of casualties on both sides. All right, now for us, hey man, we trying to go through that straight gate, straight through the middle. All right, Lord willing, we make it, and we make it without a scratch on us. It'll be all praises to Yahweh Shema Hawashai. If we gotta be martyrs, it'll be all praises to Yahweh Shema Hawashai. All right, because that's an honorable, way to go, man. But Lord willing, either way, Yahweh Shema Hawashai be with you, brothers, and be with you, sisters. And with that, I say shalom. Till next time.